Is it recording or is it?
It is now.
Okay.
So I'm Jose, and I love horror movies. This is my friend Gabby. She doesn't like horror movies. But because it's Halloween, we're going to be watching all the Halloween movies, which I've seen and she hasn't. You've never seen any of these, but do you know anything about these movies?
I have no idea what they're about. I'm kind of nervous, kind of excited just because I hate scary movies with a passion, but we've been planning this for months, so we'll see how it goes.
We planned this like last October, so you've had a whole year to get ready for this, and to be like, hey, if you don't want to do it, tell me now, because I've been planning this like for a year now.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with the first Halloween, released in 1978. This movie kind of came about because of producers Irwin Yablans and producer Mustafa Akkad. They just wanted to make something quick, something cheap, something easy, a slasher movie. So they hired John Carpenter, who at the time had just made Assault on Precinct 13 and did some TV work. And they said, hey, we just want to hire you to write and direct this.
Okay.
And he said, I'll write it on one condition. He said his one condition was he wants his name on top of the title. Mm-hmm. So it was originally titled The Babysitter Murders.
Okay. And
then he retitled it Halloween, and he put his name on top of it. So it'll be John Carpenter's Halloween.
I see.
His girlfriend at the time, Deborah Hill, was also brought on as a co-writer, and she became a producer, and they kind of became at least the creative force for a while in the series. So
here we go. Here we go. I'm ready. Ready as I'll ever be.
Okay, we're gonna press play. Okay, so we just finished watching the first Halloween. What did you think?
It was trash. It was so bad. The entire time, it was so fucking slow. No one turned on the goddamn light. It was terrible. And then he didn't fucking die.
No, he didn't.
It wasn't even scary. And I'm a fucking weenie. I get scared so easily, but that was so bad.
On a scale of 1 to 4,
okay,
what would you give this? How many pumpkins would you give this?
How many pumpkins? A 1. One fucking pumpkin. One pumpkin. Just because I liked Michael himself. He was really cool. I liked his backstory.
Okay, that's cool. So you liked Michael Myers at least?
Yes, I like the character, his character. That's it.
What was the worst part? What was the worst part of this movie for you?
The worst part? That's a good question. Because I can't just say all of it, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the worst, because I just didn't like a lot of different parts. I didn't like that it was slow. I didn't like that they did a lot of like stupid ass shit, like they didn't fucking turn on the lights. Very could mean who walks into a house and doesn't turn on the lights. No. I didn't like the acting. They were so fucking dramatic for no reason. When the first girl died, she was like getting suffocated or whatever the fuck. She was still blinking after. She was like.
That's true. It's like Oscar in that one episode of The Office.
It was so bad.
One of John Carpenter's biggest strength, I think, as a director, is creating suspense.
Okay.
And this was one of the first, not his first movie, but one of his first, and the movie that got him recognition. Mm-hmm. You know, became very popular, and not the first slasher movie, but one of the first and one of the most important ones. This one definitely set the tone that a lot of people started copying, including Friday the 13th, Terror Train, you know, like New Year's Eve, you know, like things like that. A Prom Night, another movie that also starred Jamie Lee Curtis. She hates horror movies.
Interesting.
But she's been in a ton of them, even though she doesn't like watching horror movies.
Okay.
You know, but she has been in a lot. And this definitely made her more popular, and she kind of became the Scream queen. When we get to the Scream movies, they do a lot of homages to this movie.
Just because of like the suspense?
The influence it had.
Okay.
The fact that when they were making it, they were like, we just want to make like something simple, scary movie, kind of for the money.
Okay.
You know, it is Carpenter's direction and Deborah Hill's, you know, creativity and the writing that made it so much better. It's a movie that does create suspense, and it introduces Michael Myers. It doesn't even call him Michael Myers in the movie. He's not the killer yet. He's just the Shape. He's credited as the Shape.
Okay.
And a lot of the other movies follow the psychology behind him and like why he does what he does and things like that. But for Carpenter, Michael is just evil. He is evil incarnate. You know, like that's it, plain and simple. And it's about trying to stop him.
Yeah, it didn't give any reasoning behind like why he killed all those people and like what his purpose was. It didn't explain any of that. Okay. Just evil. Evil.
Just evil.
Evil.
So the movie is set in the fictional town of Haddonfield, Illinois. It's based off of Deborah Hill's hometown, Haddonfield, New Jersey, but it was shot in Pasadena, California. This movie was shot in the spring. All the leaves you see in the movie, they brought those in. They had to rake up a ton of leaves, put them in bags, and then scatter them before every shot.
Oh my God.
And as soon as they yelled cut, everybody, cast and crew, would pick up every single leaf, put them back into the bags, on to the next shot.
Jesus.
Every single fucking time. This movie had like a couple $100,000 for the budget. It's not like $1 million movie. This was simple, you know. So like, that's the shit they had to do.
Can I get an order of leaves?
We still have a lot of other movies to get to. I'm not trying to show you these to like trying to make you a fan. I don't expect you to become a fan or anything like that. I am just curious to see what you think. Because I do love these movies, for better or worse. Some are great, some are terrible, but they're very enjoyable to me. So I want to know what you think.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see how far we get. No.